Max Verstappen is getting a new car in F1 for his next match. Will he still keep his title as the world champion in 2022? Stay tuned till the end to know all about it. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're here with an exciting video on Max Verstappen's new car in F1. But before we begin, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. After a time of intense, controversial, and turbulent yet a gripping race, Formula 1 had one of the most interesting matches in 2001, with Max Verstappen winning the season to Lewis Hamilton in the final lap of the final race. Max sealed his first F1 World Championship. The season finale, which took place in Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, was one of the most interesting matches in the F1 history. He broke Lewis Hamilton's record of holding the title and won this race. For Max to hold on to his grip on the trophy, this was a lifelong dream coming true, which he achieved in the white heat of the competition against the best driver known to this generation. It was definitely a proud moment for him, as he won at a young age of 24 and became the first Dutchman to have won the F1 World Championship. Did you know he's the youngest driver in the history of this sport due to debut at the age of 17? He debuted in 2015 and has definitely got a lot of potential to go ahead in his life. With his win in 2021, Red Bull has now launched a new car which will be used by Max in his title defense this year. The images of the car and its new livery was leaked on social media days before its launch video, which was aired across many online platforms, even on Red Bull's racing YouTube account. Christian Horner, who's the team's principal, said that the car launch which happened, the car looked very similar to the concept car which was released by F1 last year. He also mentioned that the car would evolve significantly from its launch specifications, hinting that it would look very different when the real thing hits the tracks during the presentation testing. The new RB18, which has been built according to F1's overhauled technical regulations for 2022, and as a result, it'll be a significant departure from Max's winning RB16 of 2021. Several features have been added onto the car, which include larger wheels, low-profile tires, and swept wings. Even though it's not clear where Red Bull will compete against their opposition this year, the team has one of the most amazing and successful aerodynamic departments in the whole F1, which means that the final product is likely to become a reference point for rival teams. The Red Bull RB18 will feature an updated version of the Honda engine that took Max to the World Championship title last year, but the V-Turbo Hybrid has been rebadged under the Red Bull powertrains named after Honda leaving the F1. Red Bull has made the American company Oracle its partner this year, and the team will be officially called as Oracle Red Bull Racing. Let's have a look at the amazing new features of this new car for Max. A switch to 18-inch wheels. For more than 30 years, the Formula 1 cars have had 13-inch wheels, but now the traditions have been changed. From 2022, the cars are said to be raced with 18-inch wheels. Besides the improved aesthetics of the bigger wheels, there is relevance towards road car technology, which is far greater. The 18-inch tires by Pirelli, which were tested by the F1 teams on mule cars in 2021, will run the same width as now but with a larger diameter. The sidewall reduction would be the biggest change, closely resembling a road car. The car will handle differently due to the change in tire, making them more precise due to stiffer sidewall. As the cars have been tested with the new tires, it has resulted positively, with less tire flex and less impact on aerodynamics. This stability leads to less focus from the teams to address the issue of turbulence, which results in lower costs. Pirelli has predicted lower tire degradation, with Mario Isola revealing that many races would become one-stop as a result of the change. Also, the change from 13-inch tire to 18-inch will have a minimal impact on the lap time. Other than the wheel, since 2009, wheel covers have returned for the first time. This is done to benefit those behind to reduce the aerodynamic wake coming off the cars. On the other hand, it reduces the downforce of the car. The seal of the wheel cover will prevent the teams from finding alternatives for redirecting air through the wheels. Over-wheel winglets are said to be introduced, something F1 has never seen before. This will help to direct the wake of air away from the front wheels. A complete rethink of F1 aerodynamics. Different forms of aerodynamics are said to be used in Formula 1 cars from 2022. Ground effect, which creates suction underneath the car to pull it into the tarmac, was used to great effect in the 1970s and 1980s. F1 had moved away from the ground effect 40 years ago with a focus towards over-car airflow, but now the effect is coming back into action because in modern cars, there is a disruption which enables them to follow each other closely. To generate a large amount of ground effect downforce, the 2022 car will use underfloor tunnels. Without the requirement for disruptive aerodynamic appendages like vortex-generating barge boards, lips, flaps, and scoops everywhere, the cars would be less disturbed by those in front of them. The front wing design for the 2022 model is also much simpler. It has been heavily concentrated on controlling the front wheel wake and down the car in a less destructive manner. Their intent is to send the wake down the sides of the cars in a fluid manner, rather than pushed out from the sides. The new rear wing looks cool, but the design is also made with the intent to collect wake from the rear wheels and redirect it into the flow which comes from the underside of the car. The merging of the two airflows will result in a much narrower convergence, with a diffuser design which will throw it into the air, which means that the car will drive under the disturbed air caused by the car in front. Safer but heavier cars. We all know that Formula One's push for safety is unabated. The 2022 car chassis has put extremely stringent crash test requirements into it. 48% of absorption has been put as a demand to the front impact test. It means 48% more energy than the previous car and a 15% increase for the rear impact test. The high-profile Romain Grosjean's crash in 2020, the power unit will be separated from the chassis without rupturing or exposing the fuel tank in the event of a severe enough crash. Also, a longer front nose has been introduced, along with stronger chassis sides to deal with the side impacts, based on findings into FIA investigation of Antoine Hubert's Formula 2 accident at Spa-Francorchamps in 2019. The most important ones are the front nose. It can absorb an impact about 50% more energy, and the side of the car is also about twice as strong as lateral impact, said FIA's Nicholas Tombazis. We've made improvements to the headrest for the driver. To the fuel tank, we've made it much more difficult for debris to be spread out on the track, which would make it dangerous for other cars. So we've been working really hard on all of the safety methods. With the bigger wheels and the safety gains, they have resulted in the weight increase. Minimum weight for the wheel cars go from 752 kilograms to 790 kilograms, with the same power units in use for 2022, which means that the cars are likely to be a bit slower than the 2021 iteration for the new regulation cycle to begin. Did you know it was hard work for 4 years? Between the Formula One, the FIA, the experts, and team's input, more than 4 years of research has gone into the development of the new 2022 car. It was definitely a big challenge for the experts. It is a huge change, but it'll provide an excellent and unique opportunity to make Formula One the most exciting motorsport in the world. Also, will most definitely make Max Verstappen win the next title of World Championship. With that, we are at the end of our video. Let us know down in the comment section, what do you think about the new car and how excited are you to watch Max Verstappen win the next race? If you enjoyed the video, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget the bell icon to never miss any video from us. See you in the next video.